Jadi ada aku sebagai moderator, ada Gerald sebagai host, dan Kak Iqbal sebagai admin di sini. So here we present you today's All Hands, 20th of September 2022 in this case. All right. Okay, since like a lot of people are coming in already, so I think we can get started with the all hands meeting. All right, so give it to Gerald then, our host for the day, to lead the meeting for today.
All right, thank you, Miss Aline. Okay, first of all, we're gonna start with weekly inspiration, right? Let me share my screen. Oh. Right. Okay, is my screen visible, everyone?
Yoi, mantap.
All right. Okay. For this weekly inspiration, I'm gonna tell you about Patch Adams. Okay, so who is he? He has a full name of Hunter Patch Adams. He's a doctor from U.S. He was born in 1945, so right now he's about 77 years old. He earned his doctorate in medicine around 1971 from Virginia Medical College. So to continue, what makes him special, right? He sounds just like a regular doctor. So before that, I'm gonna explain to you about the conditions of doctors back then. So doctors back then was, this highly respected academical figure. They were really serious about their job. They didn't really want to mess around or create something new. They stick to their ways. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, even though this help results in patients healing from their sickness, but sometimes patients with chronic diseases or uh, mental diseases just get ignored because they rely heavily on just medicines and theories. So what did Patch Adams do? Patch Adams, he founded a new approach, I guess, new approach to help cure the patients, because he thinks that it is not optimal just to rely on medicine. So he tries to entertain his patients so that they can, be happy, live a better life. Because, yeah, uh, as he said, his job is also to improve the quality of life, not just delaying death. And he did this by playing ridiculous games and dressing up as clowns or angels, and joking around with the patients. Uh, Even though this sounds great, but he also faced some challenges because, as I've said before, doctors were highly serious and academical figures, so his approach was deemed not appropriate by other doctors, seniors, or even his own peers. And this almost resulted him getting kicked out of medical school uh, because he was sorry, because he was disobeying orders from his boss, from his dean, and everything. So it's all a mess back then. And then, even though all those challenges he faced, he managed to pass medical school and become a doctor. Now he invented what's called the Gesundheit Institute. Uh, it's like a new hospital that is built based on the beliefs that Patch and some of his friends uh, that health or curing the patients is also curing the environment around them, not just the sickness. And this institute also leads like a lot of doctors to go around the world and make patients, entertain them with dressing as clowns and everything to make their life quality better. Okay, so a lot of this is actually summarized in one movie played by Robin Williams. If you have seen it before, it's actually a great movie. So if you wanted to know more about Patch, you can see this movie right here. And for the core values recognition, the first one is stepping on toes, because, well, Patch didn't really care about rank or everything. He just cared about making people's life better without fearing that he will upset a supervisor or anything at all. And then the second is never settle, because, well, while medicine might work well and cure a lot of diseases, Patch thought that we can always do better. We can always improve their quality of life as well. And then the last one is help others help themselves, because by improving their quality of life, the patients have a more of mental readiness to face their diseases or other challenges they might face. Okay, so the final words from Patch is, you treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win no matter what the outcome. So these are the photos of the real Patch Adams on the left side. So yeah, I guess that's all from me. Thank you very much for listening. Right.
Right. Thank you, Gerald, for the inspiration from your side. It was really inspiring to see how a doctor can come up with this new concept, especially when treating their patients in this case. And now let's go to Mr. Yang for the patients for BB.
Ring goes the telephone. There's no one home. Ring goes the telephone. There's no one home. Operator, we have a problem.
All right, good week. All right, thank you very much, Gerald, for getting us started this week with your inspirational story. I think I remember seeing Patch Adams when I was a kid, the Robin Williams movie. So it's a blast from the past. And Gerard, thank you for bringing us back. Okay, today is September 20th, 2022, and I'll continue where Gerald left off and describe a little bit about the visions for Bukit Vista up ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and introduce one of our partners. I'd like everybody to meet Pat Yudi. Pat Yudi is the owner of Despacito. We've been working with Pat Yudi for quite a few years now, actually. And let's go ahead and get to know him a little bit more as a partner. So, Pat Yudi, actually, this is recently. This is on my last trip in Bali. We did this is one of our first partner relationship visits. So we go on the team. If you've never seen the back of my head before, that's what I look like from the side profile. I'm talking to one of the amazing team members that Pat Yudi has there. Can anybody tell me this lady's name? Anybody know who this lady's name is? Katut. Come on.
I forgot. But she's now resigned, Pak.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
I heard, yeah.
Now the new staff is named Ayu from Nusa Dua.
Okay. All right. So this is Pat Yudi's old Ayu. Probably not the same name, but here we are enjoying a few laughs. It's funny because I thought she was actually a pretty good fit there. But anyway, this is me visiting partners at Despacito, and Despacito is one of our best performing properties. Actually, it does very well. The design reminds our guests of Santorini in Greece. It has these whitewashed walls, has a Mediterranean design. It feels like a little village. And Pat Yudi is an architect. He actually built another one of our properties, Villa Kanha, which if you ever come to the Bali base, it's just down the street from where our office is located, actually. So Pat Yudi has been great. We've made a lot of, we've done a lot of business together. We've seen a lot of guests, and it's an interesting and very fruitful relationship. So if you ever happen to find yourself in Padang, definitely want to invite you to check out Pat Yudi's property and also some of the regional delights. There is a very famous beach. It's actually been misnamed. The real name of the beach is actually Labuan Said, but for some reason, the Bules couldn't pronounce Labuan Said, so they just called it Padang. So then another beach got named. Anyways, Padang. So it's a bit of a funny situation. Just come and visit it. It's a really rewarding place. If you've never picked up surfing before, it's a good place to learn to surf. I had a very funny incident happen to me once upon a time where I went with a guest. She was looking for a place to wash her hands, right? And there was this little stream of water coming down the rocks from this cave that we had to walk down. But then I looked up and I saw the stream of water was not actually coming from the rocks. It was coming from a monkey. And she had been washing her hands in monkey pee. Yeah, Vian thinks that's pretty funny, right? But yeah, Padang will always be a very, very special place. Check it out. The food at Despacito is also pretty amazing. They're very healthy and trend-setting. Yep. All right, that's a little bit of bringing everybody to Bali, to Padang and Pat Yudi. Let's talk about our weaknesses first. What can we do better as a company, as Bukit Vista? All right. I've realized that not everybody here really understands what you should understand about our core distribution platform. And I say that as kind of like a serious thing. We do a lot of business on this distribution platform, but I don't think everybody actually understands what are some of the main features and stuff. So let me talk about what is our core distribution platform. So a lot of people misunderstand Bukit Vista. They think we are Airbnb or whatever, but we're not Airbnb. We're essentially this, okay? So we are hosts on Airbnb, and this is what we look like, actually. So this is our combined Airbnb profile. If you take a look at it, we have 674 listings, which is pretty incredible. That's a very large quantity of listings. We have over 15,000 reviews on the platform as well. I'm pretty sure we're one of the largest Airbnb profiles in the world. So this company manages more Airbnb than probably most other companies in the entire planet. So that's one of our unique identities here. We started with this profile, the Jing and Wayana profile, back, you can see in 2012, so almost 10 years ago, okay? And since then, we've gathered about 5,291 reviews. If you want to read about the early story about Bukit Vista, you can read some of these listings. And there's stories about myself and my wife and some of our early crew, like Bayu hosting and bringing guests to Bali, actually. This was one of our primary ways to start our business. Over time, we started more profiles. So this became my wife's profile, the Wayana profile. She's got 3,641 reviews. I mean, most of them have actually been achieved by Vistans and Visterns who've worked throughout the history of the company. But I guess it's under my wife's name, so she gets a little bit of a name for that. I have my profile. This one's already up to about 3,900 reviews, almost 4,000 reviews. There's the Bayu and Wayana profile. That one has about 4,393 reviews. It has this one's Ryan. Ryan doesn't even work here anymore, but somehow we still have his name here. He's made it up to about 1,000 reviews. Rafik is one of our ex-employees, one of our very beginners here at Bukit Vista. 5,000 reviews here. And Andre also was one of our old employees. He's got 400 reviews on his profile, mostly in Jogja. Cynthia, also known one of our old employees, 2,800 reviews. And then the last one is Adventure Accommodation. This one has about 1,300 reviews. Okay, so that's a little bit about where we distribute. Now, something I don't know if anybody has actually checked this out. This is a question that came up recently, so I'll do a quick demo. Some of our partners have asked, well, why don't you do anything on Booking.com? Why are you not as busy as you could be on Booking.com? And if you just really take a look at, let's say, Google Trends, which is essentially a way of measuring the relative popularity of any two key search terms. You can measure Booking.com versus Airbnb. And we can look at worldwide across, let's say, 2004 until the present, right? So if you take a look at Booking.com, or even, let's say, a platform like Traveloka, or even a platform like Agoda, you'll see that Airbnb is in the red, right? And it's far, far above in terms of popularity for any of the other platforms, okay? It does far more searches, and you can see it's almost exponential in terms of its growth. That's a good place to be, everyone. That's where you want to be. That's where the party is. That's where the travel market is happening. So if we're not getting as much business, let's say on an Agoda or a Booking.com, I think everyone can see why, right? If you just take a look at a snapshot, relatively, Airbnb is at an 88, Traveloka is a 3, Agoda is a 5, Booking.com's an 8, okay? And so you might wonder why. Well, why is Airbnb so vast? Why is it so powerful? Why does it get so much worldwide attention from all over the place? Why are people using Airbnb? And I have a few theories, but this is pretty much, I think, the best explanation that I can find for why Airbnb is preferred. It's because it's just a better experience. If you use Airbnb as a guest, your booking is guaranteed. So anytime you book, you will get what you book for. Your check-in is guaranteed, and there's a 24-hour safety line. This is not really offered on any other application at the moment. So that is a pretty good thing to have when you're traveling. But also for our partners, Airbnb offers coverage for things like damages up to $1 million. So that's like 14 billion rupiahs, deep cleaning protection, income loss protection, pet damage protection, quick reimbursements, 14-day filing window. So these particulars, I think, make it also safer and more comfortable for a lot of guests to choose Airbnb, and also for people who want to share their property to choose Airbnb too as well. The other thing we see is, if you take a look at the user experience, if you open up the Booking.com app, this is what you see over here. You see kind of calendars and tables and a lot of text. If you open up the Airbnb app, it functions a lot more like Instagram. It functions a lot more visually. It's more appealing. And generally, people seem to appreciate that user experience too as well. And so there's a little bit more fluidity on the Airbnb app versus other major booking apps, okay? So I just want to bring that up so that everyone's clear about how we do business. We are not Airbnb, but Airbnb does happen to be one of the leading global travel platforms, and it's growing in popularity, and it's leaving all the other competitors quite behind in terms of its growth. So I think we're in a good position, everybody. You're on the winning side of the marketplace. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at our insights dashboards at this point. So this is just an update on a quick scan. We're starting from September 5th up until today. It didn't go up to September 20th, so I got the measurement to September 18th. The majority of the time, we've been actually underperforming some of the listings for cleanliness. So definitely something we can improve. Communication, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes we're under some of the listings, sometimes we're better. It looks like we've been recovering a bit. So that part is good on communication. Overall, 77.1. On accuracy, we are below on accuracy for the majority of the time that we've been looking at, September 5th to September 18th, with an overall score of 73.4%. On check-ins is very high. It's probably one of our best metrics. Majority of the time, we're doing fairly well on check-ins. You can see it's mostly green and yellow, not so many red spaces, 84.2. Which is really good. Next is location. Location, mediocre, I'd say. So most of the time we're average on location. Sometimes we're above the other listings. We have an overall score of 70.7. And then the last score here, oh no, not the last score. Next to last score, value. Value 69.4. Okay, moderate, mostly yellow and green. Sometimes below similar listings. And last score is overall quality, 68. The good news is that our overall rating is 4.5, which is what our target is. We're aiming for a 4.5. So right now, at the beginning of September, or at the third week of September, we're doing fairly good. We just need to get our 5-star ratings up to 70%, and then we're on track. Okay, let's talk about overall policy. So this is already well known. New employees will work on guest squads for the first 3 weeks. And pricing parity, we're beginning to now talk more about this through our social media so that our guests don't need to ask this question Can I come and visit? Can I get a discount? We just offer the best prices everywhere. So there's no need to ask too much. All right. WhatsApp right now, we're trying to reduce WhatsApp by moving to different platforms. That's an ongoing process. And also alterations, of course, we will not accept. Okay, alterations for short and stay. Let's talk about some of the good news. What are we strong at? What are we doing really well at? So this is fantastic. So for those of you who don't know, that's a new record for weekly sales. We made $95,000 on the second week of September. That's a new record. So that is that's extremely positive. And on the second week of September, we also reached over 100 bookings in a single day. These are all new records. They have not been seen in over 2.5 years. Okay, so those are some great strengths. Let's talk about some other strengths, which is around our discovery. Thank you. Okay, and innovation. So on this one, this is a discovery that I'd like to credit to Felix. It's a really important discovery for the dynamic pricing. And let me bring Felix to talk a little bit about next available blocks. Over to you, Felix.
Yeah. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, loud and clear,
Yeah.
Felix. Go for it.
It's good. So we have dynamic pricing. We prioritize based on property before. Right now we are prioritizing. We are considering to prioritize based on NAB, which is next available blocks. So each available days on Tokit will be its own block, and we will see if we can convert each NABs. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's precisely it, actually. Thank you very much. So this is an innovation because instead of seeing a calendar as just a single property, we're looking at essentially next available blocks here as targets for dynamic pricing. So I think this is a really interesting discovery. Thank you very much, Felix, for bringing this in. Unfortunately, you had actually come up with this idea really early on, and we just recently rediscovered it. The next is a new innovation that Kyla, Adil, and Gareth have been working on. Perhaps I'll bring Adil up to the front to talk about what we're doing here. Adil, are you around?
Yeah.
All right, there you are, Adil. Maybe you can tell us about intelligent property management and the invested-minded property partner.
Yeah, so this page is mostly, I'd say, an evaluated version of our Bali Villa management page before. So it's mostly targeting property partners that are more investment-oriented. And yeah,
Okay, fantastic. And Adil's working on some new A/B testing as well to create more versions of this page and also fit it better to people who have larger sums of investment and want to really think strategically about how to financially manage their properties. Okay, great. Next, I'd like to acknowledge this particular direction we're going. This is just a general good principle. This was inspired by one of our interns a few months ago, Aldry. He read this book called They Ask You Answer, and from that, we're building essentially a question database for partners. We've done this in awareness for guests for many years, what we call, I think, content improvement. Gani, what have we called it whenever we fix the content?
Daily content doctor.
Yeah, dynamic content doctor. So this is like the same content doctor now for the partnership side as well. Okay. Last thing I want to point out is our community expert program. So this is a program where we're going around Bali. We're looking for business to business relationships with people who provide things like architectural services, cleaning, pest control, whatever that might actually be useful for some of our property partnerships. This board has been now created between Kyla and Erica. You guys are free to take a look at it and see if there's any potential value in your particular directions there too as well. Kyla, I'd bring you to speak about it, but we're running out of time, so I just need to finish this up real quick. All right, we have $1 million bonus version 2 now. So 1.1 million from September 5th to March 5th, 2023. Qualified interns receive a 3 million appreciation bonus. The goal is 3 parts. So 1.1 million USD from September 5th to March 2023 5th. Overall rating 4.5, 5-star, percentage of 70%. Okay. If we reach all 3 goals, we will pay a 4x individual bonus on February 2023. If we reach all 2 goals, we pay the 3x individual bonus for February. If we reach 1x, we would pay 2x individual bonus for February 2023. Interns, the goals are there and the rewards are also there as well. 3 million for reaching all 3 goals, 2 million for reaching 2 goals, 1 million for reaching a single goal. If you finish your internship before March, it's okay if we reach the goals. We will still send you the payment as an appreciation bonus. Okay. All right. Here's our progress for the goal. So we're 517 out of 1.1 million. And sorry, I didn't bring over the particulars again. Sorry about the review score. I think you guys all saw it earlier on Airbnb. But let's just talk about the most recent reviews. So this is pretty good news. We've got 8 5-star reviews. Let's read them off one at a time. Christoph gave us a 5-star review, said nice villa with a cute pool. Beds are comfortable, area is quiet, easy to access the beaches and airport. Noriani, overall 5 stars, very recommended. The host is very nice. Hotel Sea View, all very good. Definitely come again. Melissa, 5 stars. Tout est très bien means everything was very good. Lizette, 5 stars, perfect accommodation. The host was kind and helpful. Rooms are clean, and you have a lot of space. Even the bathroom was big and very clean. We had a great time. The swimming pool is also very nice. Josie, 4 stars, great value for money, a lovely host. Pictures of the outside are not of the same location, but there is a pool and layout is similar. Raul, 5 stars, great stay, super clean and nice. Mas Oitoy and friends is very helpful during our stay. Definitely recommend this place to everybody. Loic, 5 stars, spent a short and pleasant time. Recommend if you want to enjoy the area. Agatha, 5 stars, everything was great as expected. Tent was comfy, a little cold at night, but days are hot. It's nice. Hosts were helpful and nice. Recommend it as a little getaway from the busy area in Bali. Close to nature, great for a hike. Elena, 4 stars, great place, clean, service is great. Only convenient thing is glamping, it gets warm. Imran, 5 stars, it's 5 minutes by scooter or car from the port. This hotel offers perhaps the best views in Nusa Penida. The pool is in a flower garden and it's simply really good. It's like a dream, enchanted dream. The access is very good. Okay. So final questions, can we build a world-class brand? And the answer is always yes. If we build a world-class brand, then our guests will feel inspired and delighted. Our partners feel inspired and delighted, and we feel inspired and delighted. Okay, I'll turn the time over back to Gerald for the continuation of the All Hands.
All right, thank you, sir, for the BB Vision for 2022. And now let's move on to the weekly mission inspiration. Yeah, maybe Gerard can help us to share the screen. All right, thanks. Okay, so for the first one is for the Bukit Vista mission to inspire delight through through hospitality innovations that positively transform our guests. So we actually have one from Krishna, but Krishna is not here, so I'll just read it out for him. So the innovation is provide quick and targeted compensation. So the story goes like this. So this guest experience felt like late check-in at 11 p.m. So the guest has informed explicitly that they are not happy because they need to book other place with expensive rate. In the morning, the hosting team provides fair compensation, which is 1 night refund. The guest seems very happy and even dropped a 5-star review to us. Woo. All right, thank you, Krishna. And yeah, that would be the update from Krishna. There's an attachment over there as well that I think Gerard can help to open. You can scroll on the right side. Scroll horizontally. Yep. All right. Nice. Okay, it's attached also there on the review, yeah, from the guest. It's a 5-star review. Nice. All right. I believe that would be from the guest side, yeah, for this week, and the other one from Kak Wei from the previous week. So we'll just skip that. And that's from the guest side. Next, from the partner side, from Giselle. Giselle is not here as well, yeah, in this case, so we'll just read it out loud. So last week we have Partners Awards presented to one of our best partner. All right, so last week we gave our great partner from Yogyakarta an award for achieving high quality for the entire year of 2021. Wow. Okay, so we gifted our partner Rumah Budi Susanto. Whoa, okay, that looks cool. Wow, is that even a photograph or like a hand-drawn painting? Wow. All right, that looks very nice. Okay, so that will be the inspiration from our partners in this case. And I believe there is no entry for the employee as well, the technological side. Yeah. All right, that will be all for the weekly mission inspiration. And next, let's move on to the next segment for company team target and achievement. So I'd like to call up to Vidi as the first proxy for this one.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone from Yogyakarta. I am substituting Kaara to report on the company team target and achievement. Let's wish her a speedy recovery on that end. And I would like to remind everyone that our monthly theme for this month is inspirational experience. So any new initiative and also projects must focus on this particular topic. And for today, let's remind ourselves on the monthly revenue target. Let's go down a little bit. Our target for this month, September 2022, is 270,000 with an awesome target of 300,000 with overall view rating okay target of 4.5 and awesome target of 4.8 and 5-star rating with an okay target of 75% and awesome target of 90%. We'll see that for now, we actually are very, very close to reaching our okay target. So that's a good thing. But let's see some of our opportunities that we have in the bottom side. Yeah. In relations to the monthly theme, thank you for Jessica to help collect the data. We observe and sample 20 most recent reviews received, and we see that in terms of extra service, we see that about 30% actually requires scooter service, and from those sample as well, we see that 10% of our guests requires pickup services. 15% mention about Wi-Fi quality. 10% mention about the availability of breakfast, and 35% are actually concerned about the existence of pool in a particular property. And from these services, we inspect the inbox from September 1st to see how does this compare to the population data. Okay, so from the 1st of September, we see that scooter plus motorbike actually hits to 20 conversations in our recent Airbnb. So it shows that these particular services are actually of concern to our guests. What can we do in terms of providing these services is evaluate further. We can go to BI later on if the execution team will require this data. We can search whether we have enough services in a particular area, because if we don't have the supply, then the demand can be matched. And which particular area requires this service, we can further look on that if the operations team is interested. And another part is pickup and transport. This is particularly from the airport, I believe. And 14 for breakfast, Wi-Fi plus internet, 11 conversations, and 10 conversations for pools. So again, these extra services actually creates a delightful experience for guests during their stay, and Bukit Vista can definitely provide them with such an experience. Second, on the calendar, in terms of partners and BV occupied, we found that one of the obstacles in dynamic pricing is actually owners cannibalization. Yesterday, the BI team analyzed the performance of dynamic pricing, from which we found that the biggest friction is actually calendar cannibalization. And to achieve exponential growth, actually the fastest way is to remove blockings from owners. We see that a lot of time when the partner have been PRV'd and then they release the block, immediately the dynamic pricing team can actually work on this particular listings and property, and the booking pace improves significantly compared to if we just do the dynamic pricing alone. So if we want to achieve exponential revenue growth here, the fastest way will be to evaluate PRVs on which partner has a lot of owner blocks. So here we provide the data for the weekly partner versus BV occupancy, and we see that from week 1 to week 4, there's actually an increase in partner occupancy from overall calendar, all of our inventory. And in September, in particularly for week 1 and week 2, there is actually a decrease. While for week 3, the ongoing week, there is a sudden increase again of 37% partner usage of our occupancy or calendar. So let's look at the sample of properties with most owner-occupied blocks vs the growing area revenue. So we can prioritize which particular partner to approach. An example is, let's go down a little bit. In Unggasan, we see properties, for example, via rumah pertama and AHA residents, we know that based on historical data, they actually perform pretty well. But in terms of calendar, they are actually 100% owner block. This is big friction. Probably, let's say, approximately about 5,000 to 6,000 USD can be added if we can free up this partner block. In Nusa Penida as well, for example, Box House Paradise has 87% occupied by owner. So, yeah, these are examples of properties that can be focused on to release the owner blocks. And if we can, the necessary team can contact BI for more information on which property to prioritize in this case. And third point of business, we have accuracy review score analysis. We see that in the graph below, the rating is showing a positive trend from 5th of September onwards. And out of the 6 review components, accuracy is one that has a significant growth from the 5th of September. And what is interesting that we observe is that from the reviews themselves, like the reviews left by guests, if the accuracy score is high, they for sure will not talk about it. You know, they will not mention that the accuracy is good. But if the accuracy is bad, they will tell you, they will write in the review that the accuracy is bad. So it's a component in a guest experience, with an underlying component in a guest experience, which is fundamental. But if it's available, people will not realize, like people will not acknowledge it. But if it's not available, it's actually very important for guests because they will tell everyone about it. So that's actually a very interesting finding from BI. There are a few positive possible costs for this positive change. First, probably the OCI inspection from content team on the 5th of September, and second, the change of inspector in SPP listing accuracy inspection. So these are some of the opportunities that we can have. There are 3 points, and for the data, please approach BI if required. And for our revenue achievement, we're actually a few thousand away from our revenue target. Currently, we achieved 265,879, which is 98.5% of our first target for September. So we should definitely start looking at to achieve the 300,000. So yeah, Mr. Jing mentioned it already, but we have a all-time high for weekly sales and also booking base, and this might be attributed to the PRV activity that we are doing, opening up owner blocks, allowing more booking base, and also weekly sales. So yeah, those are the report that I have for you all today, and I hope that this can inspire projects and also actionables for the rest of the week. Thank you very much. Back to Shelin.
All right, thank you, Vidi, for the very comprehensive report, yeah, especially for the target as well as the where we are right now as a company. So tetap semangat, gengs. So yeah, to achieve our target for the month in this case. All right, then next section is actually on the promotion and new employee. So okay, maybe some of you were wondering like why this person like wasn't actually given like a proper farewell party. All right, so we'd like to proudly announce that Felix is joining the team as our junior data scientist in the BI team. Woo! Finally, we have a second full-time data scientist ya guys selain PD. Yay! All right, so congratulations Felix, and all right. Okay, thank you, Mr. J. All right, but the show must go on, yeah. So yeah, congratulations, Felix, and yeah, do congratulate like Felix directly as well, yeah, gangs. All right, next part. Let's go to the core value recognition.
What about Katut?
Oh, we already announced Katut last week.
Oh, okay.
We already announced Big last week. No worries. All right. Okay, so we got new core value recognition, yeah, gang. So first one maybe to Kyla first.
Okay, thank you, Shelin. Good morning, everyone. So last week, Han flew to Bali, and both he and Moana, they go on the offline canvassing after a long time of not doing so, and they resulted in a lot of new leads, new potential leads, and hopefully we'll pursue all of them this week to achieve the SLA. So thank you for Moana and for Han for your dedications and inspiring the for the team.
All right, thank you, Kyla, for the recognition. And next, another one from the BD team, yeah, from Erica.
Erica's not here, Kak, so I'll help read for her. So from Erica, she told us that Han learned how to do the offline canvassing super fast and has been very productive in generating leads as well as inputting the data for automatically. So this is the result for Han's progress. So yeah, thank you, Han. And the core value is for high motivation, fail fast, and learning fast.
All right, thank you, Kyla, for stepping up as well, and congrats once again, Han. Okay, next one is actually from Han ya, tapi kayaknya Han-nya nggak ada, so I'll just read it out for him. So he'd like to recognize, coba scroll up lagi, sorry. Moayana, Kyla, and Erica for inspiring the and help others to help themselves. So thank you, Mo, to become my mentor for offline canvassing. Many things I have learned this week from you, and thank you, Erica and Kyla, for always being BD back. When I'm in and canvassing, they're doing more work from dependencies. So, okay, BD team nih. Ini banget sih. Bondnya, alright. Then I believe the last two would be from Moayana ya?
Yeah.
Okay, silakan, Mo.
Okay, maybe to Tandy, I know Tandy's not here, is I was offline canvassing, everyone looking for me for login AS because I'm in Canggu, available to going back to base. Was offline canvassing, and Tandy step up on his video that he's being a hero, inspired light. Yeah. Okay, to Krishna, so there was like an accident. So apparently there's a guest checked in without paying. So there's like some miscommunication internally. So he managed to collect the money after I think he made like a lot of calls, and yeah, he automated access here and fell fast and never settled. Back to you, Shelly.
All right, thank you, Wayan, and congrats to those recognized for your Now we have a sound director, ya, Mr. J. All right. Then next, let's move to the personal updates, guys. All right. So for today, we'll read out the biggest actionable discovery column, yeah, in this case. And let's get to Mr. J.
Okay, I got two. One is the book they ask you answer, and the second one is I realized an iPad is actually a very different tool than a laptop, even though they're both computers.
All right, that's very cool, Mr. Jing. Thank you. And next to Gani.
Okay, so Canva just launched new tools. It's called Canva Whiteboard, so it's perfect platform to replace the heavy Miro.
Heavy Miro, yeah. I think all Miro users can relate. It's very heavy. All right, that's really cool from Canva. All right, next, Kak Wei.
Yeah, I just bought this Mi Wi-Fi repeater, and now my Wi-Fi is really good.
Oh, good investment ya, Kak. Nice. I think everyone else should also try this. Okay, thanks, Kak. Next to Adiel.
I realized that sleeping at a longer time at night is definitely better than taking naps during the day.
All right. Okay, that's a cool discovery, Adiel. Thank you. All right, then maybe next to Ola.
Okay, ini agak panjang sih, cuman I just read a book the other day and kind of answered my question as a social media intern. So giving out likes and comments is supposed to be free, unlike paying for a rent in Airbnb. Tapi the reason why it's so hard to gain them because audience has to pay with their attention and time. So if it's not worth it, they won't do it. And yeah, it's kind of like something that I should be working on. So I guess that's it from the book, How to Write a Better Copy. Gitu, Kak.
Right, nice. Then that's a really nice one, Ola. Thank you. And okay, next person, let's go to Nadia.
I would like listening to the same song like 2 or 3 songs in repeat, and the result is 80% fun and 20% boring, but okay and bearable to listen.
All right, nice one. Thank you, Nadia. All right, then moving on to the conversion team to Kyla.
Hey, this one I feel inspired by Mr. Jing. The zooming out to see the bigger picture will give you better visibility as well as understanding, and that helps a lot. Okay, thank you, Kak.
Okay, thank you, Kyla. Okay, next one in line, Wayan.
Okay, I think offline canvassing need visit time to time because where you that the right time, the right timing is the key to have success partnership.
Yeah, right timing ya, mantap. Alright, then for Han is doing offline canvassing makes him fail fast and doing something more comfortable. Nice. Okay, and then next one from Erica to what is it? Practice by repeating something won't make you good. It's knowing outside the book and able to connect the dots of the books that will make you good knowledge. Nice, very wise ya, Erica. Okay, next from our team member dari Gray.
Probably rely on other, but don't forget to not take off your hands from that for a better result. That's for me.
Oh, nice. Based on experience, yeah. All right. Next one to Fian.
Yeah, for me is you can get inspiration from almost anyone or anything. You just need to know what or where to look.
Wih, mantap. Inspiration can come from anywhere ya, like literally anywhere. Right. Okay. Okay, then I'd like to call out to Putri next for this.
Okay, so actually, thank you, Mr. Jing, and thank you, Kahara, and thank you, Kafian, for making me, giving me the opportunity to practice a better way to conduct interview.
Iya, mantap. Udah ini ya, udah bisa independently ya. Alright, thank you Putri. And let's go to Beneta.
Biggest actionable discovery. Last week I installed Wi-Fi in my home so my connection get better.
Mantap, investasi jangka panjang ya. Alright, okay. Hope the connection there is stable ya. And okay, next person, let's go to Cynthia.
For me, I start doing exercise in the morning in the last week.
Ya, mantap. Oke, stay healthy ya. Jangan lupa ini dirutinkan exercise-nya. Alright, then let's go to Sophie.
My biggest actionable discovery for me is eating more vegetable because usually I don't like it, but I think it's going to be better if I eat more vegetable for my healthy. Thank you.
Nice, wah. Both of you keep the good habits ya, jangan ditinggalkan. Alright, so let's go next. Next is to me actually. Alright, so I recently changed my phone language to Korean. I don't understand how to navigate it 90% of the time, but it's agreeable that this is one of the quickest ways to learn a new language, guys. So yeah, can try and challenge yourself for this. Alright, then next ke Bukit.
Okay, set up BPGO and training BPGO to honor and new staff at AA.
Nice, mantap Bli. Thank you. Alright, then next person to Kak Mario.
Penyerahan award untuk rumah Budi Susanto.
Ya, asik. Oh, itu yang di weekly inspiration tadi ya. Mantap. Thank you, Kak Mario. Then next person in line, Kak Iqbal. Nice, very wise ya. Kelihatan nih experience ya. Udah experience on this. Nice. Alright. Then from Krishna, it's better to strategically delegate tasks than forcing myself to do all the job alone. Nice. Nice. Alright, then moving on to the PD team dari Nadia.
Mine is be teachable because you're not always right.
Okay, you're not always right, yeah. If you're not right, then you can go left. Okay? Not funny, but okay. Alright, next one from Robin. Okay, Robin may not be here, so okay. Just found out that God of War available on Steam. Okay, I don't play games, but okay, that's cool to hear. All right, next to Vito.
I'm trying to make code reusable for other feature.
Nice. Jadi kayak all-in-one code gitu ya. Alright, thank you Vito. Next person in line to Abam.
Okay, mine is back position while sitting is hurting my neck. My neck is hurts right now.
Sit properly ya Abam. So that you won't actually like experience the back pain in your area. Alright. And then from William, probably we'll try seeing if we can update payout split from API and consider whether we should do this or keep splitting manually. Been in the backlogs for a while. All right. And okay, an update from Claudio and Gerald. Kind reminder for Claudio and Gerald as well to like fill this up ya in this case. Okay, then I believe Bayu is currently doing he's outside of the office as of now. And okay, next to Lilis.
Yeah, thank you, Shalin. So basically, it's enhancing opportunity on a market improvement and availability by PRV and other stuff like BD transformation. By dynamic pricing, contribute to the shifting of the booking pace pattern. You may see details on the picture. Thank you very much, Shalin.
All right, nice. Thank you, Lilis, and thank you for attaching that, so that like we can understand the context as well. All right, next person in line to VD.
Yeah, based on a recent BI dynamic pricing inspection, PRV on clarifying partnership and calendar allocation seems to be the way to achieve exponential growth in revenue.
Wih, mantap. Ya, itu hadis ya. All right, thank you, VD. Then next person to David.
Yep, Kak Celine. For me, the brain can't memorize everything but not scan. Use our focus for broader things than memorizing. Thank you.
Alright, nice. Don't forget to take notes ya, Pips. Kadang nggak bisa ingat everything. Alright, from Bella just now, I think kayak ketutupan. So sorry Bella, I won't actually read it out. Okay, occupancy getting constantly increased ya compared to summer. Okay, nice. Thank you, Gerard, for like scoring it up a bit. And next from Jessica.
Yeah, so too much sitting makes your body sore. That's what I experienced, and exercising afterwards makes it a lot better.
Okay, nice one, Jessica. Alright, kita udah nggak muda lagi ya, gengs. Mohon maaf, jadi do scratchingnya sendiri ya. Alright, next to Felix.
Thank you, Kak Share. Math can show up or use in places I don't expect. So I love it. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool. Thank you, Felix. Next one to Marcel.
Yeah, for me, in-ear monitor is really good. Must-buy item. Better than most headset and headphones out there.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, another recommendation ya from a team member. All right. Then next to Raffi.
Oh, thanks, Kak. From me, is finding out how powerful BERT is and realizing how much of my work on college until now can be simplified using BERT.
Nice one. Thank you, Raffi. All right, then let's go to Kamas.
I think I'm gonna play some music when I feel tired to recharge my energy.
Okay, nice. Healing tipis-tipis lah ya, recharge. Okay, next one to Lydia.
For me, it's stay focused when doing a task will result in better outcome rather than doing all little things at once.
Okay, nice. Stay focused ya, Pips. Thank you. Next one to Rifki.
Yeah, for me, I discovered that Discord share screen can be full screen.
All right. Okay, that's a very cool discovery as well. Okay. Next one to Della.
I just realized that people could sleep for 24 hours. So apparently, last weekend I slept for 24 hours.
Wow. Okay. All right, 24 hours of sleep. Yeah, wow, that looks cool. All right, thank you, Della. Okay, last but not least, ke Dira.
So I look at other Google calendars and make my own schedules to be more productive.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Dira, and thank you everyone as well for your personal updates. Then next we have one announcement, yeah. Okay. For this, I'll give the time to Kak Iqbal. Okay, thank you, Kak Iqbal. Hopefully it will be like the best choice from your side, and you can grow your business further, yeah. All right, thank you. That will be all for the announcement. And quick note for everyone: if you have any feedback for the committees today, feel free to put it on the all hands feedback section, yeah, guys. Nanti you can like tag us directly in that case. All right, so I believe that will be all from my side as the moderator. I'll give it back to Gerald as the host to close the session.
Okay, everyone. Thank you for being here at the All Hands meeting. I think we've covered all of our parts by each squad and chapters. So, yes, see you all in the next All Hands meeting next week.
All right, see you everybody. Have a great week ahead.
Have a great week. Bye, peace.